Three. All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Guten Tag. Welcome to Oryx Cast podcast number 3. Just kidding. Number 5. We have like amazing presence right now with the top fame of rotmg, GML free. No, it's actually GML. Welcome, GML. Actually, thank you so much. Thank you so much for leaking this location for me. Also, I really appreciate your presence over here. We have been organizing this interview for almost 1 month. Yeah, 1 month, pretty much like that.
Almost.
Thank you for your time. Actually, you did respond like most of DMs that I did send. Souls, they just run away. All right, how do you feel? How do you feel?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, as you can see,
Chilling.
Jamel talks so much.
How are you doing, man? What have you
I'm
been
doing
up
great,
to?
actually doing great. I'm doing. I never. I'm gonna tell you something. Um, I never imagined in my entire life to have a conversation with top players of any game.
Uh,
Never.
I mean, we're just like any other players.
Never ever imagined something in my entire life. And talking about that, how actually do you feel behaving like as a? I mean, how do you feel? How do you behave? But how do you feel about being like the top one on the thing
Um,
that you actually? Because you're
it's
actually the top one in fame.
it's interesting. There's still Noel out there. We don't really know how much he has, but I feel like that's another conversation to be had. I don't know. It feels good because it's something I've been going for a long time.
Uh huh. How long
So
have
it's
you been
always
pursuing
rewarding.
this?
I mean, I've been grinding fame for probably 4 years. Um, but that was old fame. I used to grind death fame actually
Uh huh.
before they changed it. So I guess even less than 4 years, maybe like three.
So
No pun there,
I
just
really,
actually 3 years.
I really remember. This is a thing that I noticed. Like you actually have a picture of somebody else that you did say, "Oh, I'm going to get that." You know, you
Oh,
did send on the guild. It's actually on your realm, I.
it used to be, yes. I That
Yeah.
was when I used to grind death fame, yes. It's a
So
picture of
so that was your inspiration, pretty much. What did inspire you for that? Like it was because people really want to understand your mindset. For because
yeah.
it's very hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard because it's like a
Um
different gameplay style.
It is. I mean, I definitely don't really push skill limitations because that usually will cost the character.
Yes.
But it's more so consistency.
So
But it's yeah, go ahead.
so do you have? I do remember actually talking something more personal. Uh,
Mhm.
Ollie used it to follow you a lot. Do you have like a close conversation with him still? Because you were part of Option Z. For people that don't know, Option Z was the top guild. I'm still it's in the top, right?
I think so. They might have just got passed. There was like two guilds that just like merged their best players. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't keep up too much with guilds anymore. I kind of like stepped away from guilds.
Interesting. So that was the main reason why you created the console free.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to step away from guilds and just also show the people that showed me the game are actually the other people in my guild.
This is actually interesting thing. Do you think the guilds actually lost uh, its essence pretty much?
Um, Depend. No, there are still a lot of guilds out there that are like friend guilds. There's still fame grinding guilds that exist. You just have to. I think I just got to a point where you could with discords you can still pretty much be like really close with a guild without being in it.
Hmm. I
So you don't
remember
even
like options in user to do like a lots of VCs. I did participate on one conversation with Ollie over there, but it was a while ago. And there's another thing that I actually realized when I was like in Hoodlums. They use it to be like very active in VC as well. So
yeah.
I think this is a thing that people need for, especially for guilds, to share like a better experience with the guild mates.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, some of my best memories of options is when we're all in VC playing the same dungeon.
So pretty much when you were in the options, you use that to play with people that I have the same guys, that enjoy playing the same dungeons that as I am and have like the same goal.
Oh
Was that
yeah.
the purpose? Or was something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
different?
I mean, we're all friends there. We all grind fame. It all lines up the same goals.
Uh-huh. And before the fame, I know actually you got the 720 exalt. What did you push for that? Because that's so hard to get.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Well, yeah, I did kind of stop fame. I mean, I always wanted fame, but I did do a lot of exalts. I put like a pause on fame. Um, I just wanted to exalt priests, and then like when I did that, I just liked exalting. I just went for robes, but then I just kept going. I didn't think I would go past robes, but I just wanted to keep going after that.
How long did that stuck?
I don't know.
One
I'd
year?
have to look through some screenshots maybe
Uh-huh.
to see the date of when I took it. But I was not ever like super fast, but
No, but it's still actually you have been playing since the Exalt release, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Basically a little bit before, like my
Mhm.
I go on and off since I created my account, but consistent gameplay since like 2019.
Mhm. Yeah, that holy shit, 2019. I have been playing this game like consistently non-stop since 2021, like non-stop. I have been doing this, and I want to make like the same question. What did push you to keep playing?
Um,
Because
I like the game. I know a lot of realm grinders like to trash the game and say they don't like it while they play it all day, but like I like it. I wouldn't play if I did not.
yeah, that
So,
especially, have you ever experienced something similar? Example like Persever that you keep rotating in circle on enemies.
and what do you mean?
Like Persever, pretty much. People have been inviting me to do Persevers and shit, but
Oh, okay.
it's kind of you know, because it doesn't offer like the same challenge that we see like in the
Yeah,
real game.
it just like copies a little bit.
Yeah, like you pick up an item, do like 3,000 damage, and that's it. I think it's not the same thing. Definitely, it's not the
Have
same
never
thing.
tried these
Never try
servers.
like Perseverance,
No,
Daza, things like that.
never, no. No, I always stuck with realm.
Do see everybody, this is actually a great mentality. Imagine play all the games if you don't have 720 exalt. GG. So actually, what exactly brought you into like keep pushing? Because
Um,
because it's like generic when we say I like the concept of game, but especially for new players because there are new players watching us right now, and
okay.
they have like inspiration, you know, on in game plays as well. You know, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, for me, if I still like the game, it's very easy to keep playing. Also, I feel like the community treats me pretty well, so it's like a very, which is I feel is rare in Realm. It's pretty interesting community. So it's easy to just stick around. Uh, and I just don't feel like I'm done. I don't know. I don't think I have to like plan a reason to walk away.
It
So I still enjoy the game, so I just keep going.
this is the same feeling, and I receive this question a lot, and you might receive that as well. The people might ask you, "All right, you have like everything,
Yeah,
and why do you still keep playing the game?" Things like that. I'm pretty sure you already receive it.
I do. I do. People ask like why they say that I'm number one, so why do I keep going? Uh, I
Do you
don't know.
take
I
that
like
like as a back question, to not motivate you to keep going, or you actually don't even care?
it's interesting. It's a weird mentality, I think, to have because like if you think that way, you won't get number one. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely is.
but I've always played like this. It's just like a longevity thing. This is what I did before I was number one. I've just done it until I got here. I don't know. It's about enjoying the game. When I stop enjoying the game, I'll stop playing. Is usually how I answer that question.
It is definitely interesting because
Think
it could be like
people,
a generic answer, you know. But
yeah,
if people understand exactly what is the meaning of those words, they will start doing like more and more and more progress on what they are
yeah.
doing. You know, not
Think people
only
overcomplicate it. Like,
yeah.
if your sole like reason to play was accomplishments, then I suppose that like getting it, you would just quit. But like, I'm just having fun as well.
Mhm. I'm gonna tell you something. Actually, when I did that, actually my first goal was gathering the 720 exalt because that was my first goal. I
Yeah.
started like enjoying more the game uh
After, right?
after exactly. And remember when you say community just pick up me, you know?
What the?
Sorry, I was answering the DM. So
Oh,
yeah, just community just pick up me for for to represent Dan, like over the time, example, when I was having a conversation with Linky, Linky just say something. Finally, someone just started doing this, because even he was looking for somebody else to do like the things that I have been doing. Like example, a few weeks ago we did struggle with a specific Discord drama. I'm not sure if you do remember that, but pretty much like your streamers got like crashed by a Discord server, and the Holy Hunt got destroyed in a Oryx rerun. And not only that, but the people that got involved, which was the streamers, got banned right after, you know,
from the server.
from the server.
I think I
So
heard a little bit, but I usually stay away from like drama. That's like
yeah,
I'm usually neutral, very quiet, which is like probably a lot of people do not even know me, even
uh
though
huh,
I have high ranks.
uh huh. Yeah, I actually agree about that. But the situation, example, we have like different obligations, like in game. I hold the sense of the community to defend them. I actually behave like a guardian for them. You know,
Yeah.
So you represent like the top fame, the grinder, you know. But
Maybe.
not only that, not only that. Actually, do more than that. I actually believe that. Actually, and I'm gonna tell you. Actually, I prefer a guy like you stay in that position rather than another strange folk that I never ever heard before. You know, that actually behaves so weird. Because for top players, you know, for top
Yeah, they have a
players,
certain reputation. Yeah.
they need to give like good example, you know. And
God, thank you, thank you.
you know, actually they need that, and especially in our environment, which is having a conversation, close contact with other endgame players, you know, and they have like so much ego. And this is a good thing, especially this is a thing that a message for fame enjoyers. If you behave more humble like GML, which is the top fame, you actually can reach those numbers as well. So stop flexing your shitty ass link route,
No.
motherfuckers. Yes. GML knows what I mean.
That's actually it's super interesting. 'Cause I've never thought that I actually represent that like people are like looking like that, you know?
Yeah. But
So
you're the opposite of them, you know, most of them.
I try and be like friends with everyone because like this is the community that I spend my time in. So
Hmm.
there's
This
no reason to be burn bridges and be mean,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. There's no reason for that. And like go finishing this topic and going back uh about the Discord drama. So pretty much we had that situation, you know, and it was wrong, like in my eyes. Now how the Discord was doing that, and I wasn't that I'm not even that kind of guy that actually just ignore, you know, and move on, you know. Not only that, I actually take actions when I see things like that. And when I saw it, it was very uh, disgusting to witness. You know, it was very disgusting. So I had to take actions, and I did. And the day after, I started like exposing that situation to the public, to public. And also sorry for my English. My English is very bad still. I'm
Nah, it's
not
all good.
fluent. So yeah, I use that to expose that to people, you know, and people didn't know that side as well, or even they knew that because they saw like another stream experience something similar, and we witnessed things like that. Even Davian, he did send something in the chat, you know, and it was kind of weird to see, you know, these things happening over and over. So going to the topic, uh, I had that consequences, you know, which was like getting like blacklisted and such, you know. So, but it didn't finish right there, you know, because fortunately I got like contact with other uh, upper staff members, you know,
Yeah.
from that Discord.
But this is like only involving Holy Crew or like it's spread
Holy
to
Crew, Pub
other
Fungo, uh, like Pub House was a little bit because Dungeony was kind of involved with it, you
oh
know. So I saw like different upper staff members helping me over there, you know. So example MBC from Pub House, you know,
yeah,
he did help me to conduct the investigation, and fortunately it got solved. Fortunately,
nice.
you know, fortunately, like one day after they removed the blacklist, and we got solved the situation because we we detected who was the raid leader that did that bad thing, and the thing that did actually show to me in that situation was pretty much like we're not actually against the squads that do bronze. We're actually against about this toxicity that we have been experienced over these years.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna put yourself on this example. Look, you are actually the top fame in rotmg, and there is nothing against that. But there is like a legion of players, that pursue that same goal to be like the top one, but they don't even behave like a top one. They don't even behave.
Suppose, yeah.
They don't give like example and things like that. And reason why it's very important to, especially for people that stand on the top position for their roles, their ranks. I mean, and actually give a good example for the people that actually follow them. You know, because if nobody give like a good example, who gonna be?
Yeah, I guess so.
And so that's pretty much like my mindset about that. You know.
Yeah. I
Sure,
don't have
I
much of
did
a
interrupt
presence,
you.
so I don't know. I've never thought about it like that. It's always that's a very interesting thing to hear. But uh yeah, I always encourage people to just push fame. I don't know if that's what they want to do, you know. I'll
Hmm.
always give out tips or whatever. Like never
Exactly.
discourage. Like someone has to pass me. Someone will pass me. Like I don't know. I don't even feel like number one. Like it's just
Exactly. This is a thing that I know, like in other games, especially in Tibia, because I used it to play Tibia back in the days. And that was a guy that got like the top one in level.
yeah.
But he did say like something very interesting, and he didn't. He actually say, "I'm not top one because I was looking for it. I'm top one because of the consequences, because I have been doing this consistently. And so the way how I do play, that brought me into the top one position. But he was actually very humble as well. And I feel like so much more comfortable when I see like a player like you stand on that position. I'm very comfortable about that. Because, and take that as a compliment.
Thank you, thank you.
Because you actually represent the endgame players, and see like a great example is amazing. Because we need more people like that you know
I think
uh,
there are a lot in the fame grinding community. I think they're out there. It's just yeah.
exactly. And one thing, uh keep up the way how you represent that you know uh everybody, when I was doing, look, I'm not the fame enjoyer, okay, everybody. I'm not the fame enjoyer thing, but I used that back in the days to do fame, not fame training, but the fame
I
cults.
miss fame trains.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. And I use it to do those because when I was in the how's it called? Yeah, when I was in the options, Ollie most of the time he was saying, "Oh, can you? Well, let's do that," and then we got all invited to do fan codes, and that was kind of fun. And over there, when I was play with people over there, every time when I saw like GML happening, everybody was typing the number three, and uh, which was like a shout out to him.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is a good thing. But what is the number three, GML?
Uh,
Holy shit! What is this number three?
yes, the
Three.
number three. First off, shout out to Ollie, shout out to Options. The number three is it's a number that I like to just hold close in my normal life. So I usually just slap it all at the end of my name in whatever game I'm playing. Um, I don't know, and it became more and more associated with me the the more popular I got, I guess. 'Cause in the early days, like when nobody knew me, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I was like I was the only one that type it. Like maybe the RL will say something or like I don't know, the number three would come up and I'll just type three, and then like it just like my friends will do it too, and then I don't know. Usually anyone typing three is like a friend of mine.
It's
The only thing.
actually it's very very great, very great to see like things like that. Like the player getting its own, its own message representing that, that's actually great. And same goes to me. Example, I got like some phrase like, "Do you think this game is difficult?" Things like
That's
that. Easy.
it's like it's yeah, I guess it's like my phrase.
Exactly. Things like that. I really enjoy this words.
But yeah, I just
Yeah,
really
is
enjoy the
that as he
number.
should? Exactly. But now I'm going to go to something that you actually is the master of it, and you
Uh-huh.
really know it. Yeah,
I'm not the master.
I got a message from Stone and Rage. He actually a family enjoying in my guild,
Yeah.
all right? And the question is, I would actually like to know what, in his opinion, listen, his opinion, is the most efficient way of gaining fame, and how much of it is actually fame cults, what most people think it's the best way.
Um yeah, that's a good question. Well, the meta changes over time, but I assume you just would want to right now answer, and I would say fame quotes, but fame quotes are the most efficient, but it does like cost money, obviously. If the community just like did realm clearing, like how we are, efficiently, it's actually really good fame and it's free. But I don't, I suppose if there's a better way that costs a little bit, people would rather do that. So yeah, fame quotes are pretty much the best. You can do fame bungles. I mean, there's a lot of really good sources of fame. Um, but yeah,
He
fame
doesn't want
quotes.
to leak his secrets.
I mean, you just gotta keep on going. I don't. I do even regular runs. Like, there's not always fame quotes. They're like kind of rare. They've picked up speed recently, but fame quotes are kind of scarce. So you just gotta play the game. I don't know.
Yeah, this is actually a very interesting thing. I'm pretty sure you have been experienced this quite often. People pretty
What's
much
that?
like create a fame Discord every time.
Yeah, yeah. There's always a new creation or something.
What is the purpose of that? Actually, trying to get closer to, in air quotes, like elitist players, or trying to have, because I actually can see like that as well. Because example,
Um,
when I use it to play and look for fame, I I actually reach like a very exclusive niche, you know, which was like getting closer contact with top guilds, top players in the game.
yeah.
That people call that like elitists, but it was
There
actually very
is.
good. Actually, I actually encourage people to do this, like not be behaving like elitist player or whatever. No, but meet the end game players that represent the, like, the top of the game. This is very interesting.
Yeah. There is like kind of an elitist side to fame grinding, exclusive side. So it does get easier the more you get in the community, but I don't know why it exists because it is hard to like. I feel like the ceiling on like how fast you could fame is not really gated by skill.
Hmm.
So I don't know why there's a very large like exclusivity in fame grinding.
And over this time, like doing these squadrons and things, what did inspire you to keep going with this squads?
Discords.
Yes.
That
You
is
see, even
a
he doesn't like
interesting topic
it.
here. I don't know. I don't have any illness or praise, I think.
Uh-huh.
I just they've always been the way to do things. I mean, you just join the VC, join the whatever you need to join just to get it's whatever to get in the run, you know.
Hmm.
I just want to be in the run. I don't the Discord is irrelevant. The whatever VC website, whatever I had to join.
And for new players, do you encourage them like to go on the squads at the first, or actually enjoy the game
Um
outside of it? Because it's a very
they're
specific question.
different. I think that if you aim for I don't know, a much more progressive path down the game, you will need your Discord for sure
Hmm.
to it will help learn dungeons. You could do that with YouTube though and just go do it in the realm. But Discords are very good for learning as well. It doesn't have to be end game elitist.
Hmm. But what about like realm runs that people do with guilds?
Um yeah, there's a lot of if you mean like O3, I guess there's like
No,
a
no,
lot of
not actually that. But actually, let's suppose.
like a nest, like you do a nest run instead of with a key or something.
Yeah, just do like. I actually want to see your approach about this because, like me and Linky, we witnessed something like this, and it definitely increased a lot, like the skills of my guild mates, which is pretty much like do realm runs with the guilds, or just do solo whatever over there, you know.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
we substantially saw like a great improvement. Have you ever experienced something before like this, like going outside the discords and
Yeah.
actually
The
pushing yourself for okay, now it's time to try and test my limits, you know?
yeah, I think the sketchier the run will make you better. So the less organized, the less help, the less group
Hmm.
will develop you in a skill wise progression path.
Also,
This I don't know. This game doesn't I don't know. You could progress in different ways in this game. You have your O3 people that just like to see how much better they could get at pushing in.
yeah, that was the first thing, right? The top damage contest in between players.
Yeah, there's always gonna be a top damage community for sure.
Exactly. And I want to keep up this topic before I go into the question. Another question that I have, which is very interesting as well. uh, you say you have been playing the game like consistently over these years, you know, not even taking that long breaks or whatever. But
Yeah,
I want to see your feedback about the Oryx 3, you know, because I saw like way too many controversy. I actually did speak with several streamers like Davian, BB Smooth, Sabshuf about this.
these changes.
Uh, no, actually, the new changes there is incoming. You know, I'm pretty much like more asking about the consequences of implementing Oryx 3 because the main reason why I don't do RX3 that much nowadays is pretty much the toxicity that I witness over the time. You know, like how the players they change. Uh, it's actually very bad to see. Like people harassing each other.
Yeah,
Talking bullshit, uh, like pretend that they are so much better than whatever. Like for me, when I go like for Oryx run, if it's not with my friends, it's pretty much like witnessing the worst part of rotmg. I'm not sure if you experienced that before. I'm pretty sure you did, but it was
yeah.
totally a game changer as well. You know, not in terms of skill items, but the community.
Oh yeah. I think
If you know
03,
what I mean.
the environment it creates has the most like forced interactions between players. I feel like it's hard to like point it. It could be like there's so many factors that create that, but it is the most toxic probably because you have people with runes that want you to leave or you before they pop. You have like people that don't like leechers. There's so many different things, but I don't know. I just avoid anything like that. Just do my runs.
Yeah, this is a thing I remember when I was exalting, like pursuing in the 500 goal. I was watching like you and Ollie like going to several Oryx 3 doing, and actually you
Yeah,
guys were having fun doing that. You know,
always, always. Yeah, we
I
don't
always saw
really, at
like you
least
and Ollie.
personally, I
Yeah,
can't let
you.
another player like mess up my experience. I just the only thing I can do is control my own experience, and I don't really. That's it. I stay in my
Uh huh.
lane.
Yeah, they're actually very good. And yes, this is GML, the GML free. What what was the main reason to take away the free from the name? Tell me.
um, I think that 3 letters is a cleaner name, and
Oh,
I
I
still
see.
get to say that there's 3 letters in my name, so I still carry it with me.
I see. I see. That's actually a good thing. Oh yeah. Uh, there is one question.
Yeah.
There is one guy looking to if you have actually met these guys, old school players, M Citadel, Arcane, QT, Outlaw slash No.
Have I met them? I have met. I don't know the first person you said, but the other three, I am aware. I've met. I mean, I've met Outlaw. I've met Cutie, and I know Arcani, but I wouldn't really say I've met him.
Uh-huh. And what have you actually? I want to ask that your
What?
biggest
Yeah.
rival. No. What is no for you, GML?
Noel is a fellow grinder. I mean, not anymore. He doesn't really play. Shout out to Noel. He's a friend of mine. I mean, I know there's so many negative things about him said, and I could just speak on my experience, and he's just
Yes,
someone that
please,
I've
please,
grinded with.
because we have experience like so much people talk about a player or another. We actually
Yeah,
think there is like a whole shit going on, but for people
I
that
don't
are
know.
close, yes, for people that are close, I want to see your
Yeah.
feedback because it's very important.
I mean, I first knew of him when he was outlaw, but when I actually met him as a friend,
Hmm.
he was Noel. I met him in Exquisite Guild. Shout out
Hmm.
to Exquisite Guild. People aren't gonna like that, but shout out to Exquisite. He's just a friend, man. I don't know. like I said, I try and be friends with everybody. I don't really, from my personal experience, he's just another grinder, you know?
Hmm.
He just likes fame and he's a cool dude. I don't know. I hear a lot of bad things. I've never seen these things to be true. He's never repeated these things that I've heard, at least to me.
Hmm.
And just someone that also, enjoys the game as I do, or used to at least, or like he used to enjoy.
Do you think he lost his interest, like in play the game?
Yeah, I think he did. He lost his interest. He wanted to stop playing for a while, but kept playing anyways.
Oh, that's bad.
So,
That's actually bad.
I'm happy that he finally stopped because that's what he wanted to do. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, just a friend that you VC with and talk to while you grind, because in
Hmm.
this game, at least from my experience, playing so consistently, a lot of players. Oh, the server
Yeah,
crashed.
the
There we
server
go.
crash.
A lot of
How
players come and go.
what to do in a situation like this on the server crash?
Just like switch server. I usually have to like close my game a couple times, but there's like a couple different methods.
Interesting. Tell me.
Some people switch servers like instantly as soon as they could, and then they wait on that screen. They don't click
Uh huh.
OK. Like they leave it on
Uh huh.
uh the screen just loading until
The vault
it says like
loading
vault
vault.
loading.
Uh huh.
Yeah, but I like to just close my game, reopen it. I get account in use, and then I just sign out and sign in. It usually gives you like a new login token.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, the
yeah,
mess is
we
still
need
plenty.
to know these techniques.
The tips, yeah. I would usually, me personally, I switch servers, then close my game, then just put a different server, reopen it, and I'll get account of use. Then I'll log out and close my launcher, reopen
Oh, I
it,
got it. I got it.
put a
GG.
different server.
You see, guys? Listen, GML.
Yeah. So there's a couple different things you could do. Yeah.
Yeah, have other people reported this glitch?
I'm not sure.
We need
People always
we need to report.
tell
I'm
me
gonna
to
report
report
this.
things because
Yeah.
I've always found like tips and maneuvers around bugs, but I never report it. I just like
Hmm.
I'll spread the word. Like,
Oh yeah, but
but yeah, I mean,
don't
back
you?
to Noel if you want. For me, like I appreciate my friendship with Noel because
Uh huh.
playing the game for long consistency, you
Did
see a
he
lot of
push
friends
you?
leave.
Did he push you
Um,
to? Okay, like I'm not sure if you had that, like these downfalls, which pretty much I even had like this like bad moments during the exaltation, but I was always on my mind. Okay, I will get it. You know, eventually I'll get it. Same goes like for my other goal, which was like I want to do more things for the community. And more recently, I just got like the partnership with Deca, which is a big
oh,
goal,
congrats,
you know.
congrats.
So, and also, I'm not even that long time on the Twitch environment. So, like in a short period of time, we did change so much, you know, and that was part of my goal as well. Like, really want to represent them, help them to guide properly to the end game environment because it's very important. You know, it's very, very, very important. I don't want to see like end game players going into a toxic example, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
So thank you, community. Thank you so much for helping this. It's actually means so much for me, you know, and you guys will see like the results going on. But not only that, and that was the example, you know, that I had. But what about you and no? Like, did he actually push you to like another limit of GML?
Yeah, for sure, because it was one of the first times that I was close friends with like another. Well, at the time, I guess I wasn't that big of in the fame game, but
Hmm.
another hard grinder, like
Did he
because
teach you
I do
like okay, you need to think like this. You actually need to behave like this. He actually was behaving like a teacher for you, like teaching you the ways,
no, no.
or
I think
actually
I
as
met him
only as a
pretty
friend.
late as a friend. Obviously, I'm sure we definitely discussed tips of certain situations of certain scenarios.
Hmm.
But I met him very late, definitely in my, I guess, fame career. I don't know what to call it.
Hmm.
I definitely had already molded like a foundation of how I like to approach certain dungeons and what I think is the safest and consistency. But
Hmm.
definitely, we pushed each other. Just fame wise, always. It's always easier to grind when someone is doing it with you.
Hmm. Oh yeah, this is the thing. Have you ever got alone during this process? I'm pretty sure you did.
Alone?
Yeah, like nobody
Yeah.
actually
I
doing
mean, that's the
so.
thing. That's why I shout out to Noel. Like, when you grind this game for so long and consistently, your friend groups go. 'Cause a lot of people in this game are like on and off.
Hmm.
So it's usually like you just outlast your whole friend group and you pretty much have to like move on because you're
Hmm.
just the last one left. So there's like people like Noel that is also someone that used to grind for long times, it's like, well, I know that he'll never like walk away. So it's like I don't have to worry about like another friend group leaving.
Hmm.
But yeah, definitely I'll be in a lot of discords in a VC with people that used to play Realm, but they're playing other games, but I'll just still be in VC. Or like sometimes, yeah, usually everybody stops playing Realm,
Yeah,
at
everybody
least
start
where I'm at.
playing. Like this is I don't know like the word for this, but I'm pretty sure you can understand this. And it was kind of interesting, which is uh like players behave like waves, ocean waves, and
It's
they go like back and forth, and then when it does come back, it's like the new generation of new players, So what we could do in a situation like this is pretty much like uh, just like spend like more time with them as you can.
yeah, and just enjoy it.
Hmm. At
Because that
least this is
is,
how I feel, when I see like new guild mates happening. Example, back in the days, I used it to play a lot with my other friend. He doesn't play anymore. I still talk with him, but he doesn't play anymore as he used it to be because I don't know, maybe something happening on his life or whatever. But it's not
yeah,
for my business. So I actually respect that decision. That's fine. Actually, what happened to Noah as well might be like something similar. I don't know. But I use it to enjoy a lot that time. And it will never ever come back anymore. So like right now I have like new people playing with me, but I still have like that bad feeling about they won't last too much, that longer.
yeah. It's always weird because
Yeah,
yeah, for me it's like I always outlast whatever friend group, so it's like I know that one day they won't be like this. But
yeah.
that's how it is. Everything always changes in life.
I hope. Of course, I will do like whatever I can to keep them playing, and keep them engaged and whatever, you know. Recently, I saw like a bad like thing from guildmate, but I'm not talking about Cube. Don't worry, Cube. Uh, that I saw like a guildmate like giving up about everything and did like a whole account reset or whatever. And he was actually pursuing like a great goal, you know. Actually pursuing like a great goal to become like better and better and better. But when I saw a thing like that, like giving up from everything and not even talk to me about this case because I really have like something similar in the past, you know, and I managed to solve it. So in a situation like that, I could help him before he takes like any bad action, you know. So do you actually would behave like this when you see like a friend looking for help and then you know you can help?
Yeah, there's been a lot of time when someone's talking about doing
Mm,
bad things, and yeah, definitely everyone, even in the Discord, helps out. Because nobody gets on Discord. Nobody joins their friend VCs to
mm.
have these negative things. So, um,
I'm pretty sure you received like message example, a guy that was looking for fame grinding a lot, you know, and for some unknown reason that you actually don't even know, he just give up, you know. And maybe you got like a message asking what I should do, what I could do, you know.
I mean, a lot of I don't get too many messages. I think I'm like pretty hidden.
Hmm.
Um, but usually, if I get messaged by someone that I don't know, they just want like maybe like some tips or like whatever they're asking. Like I'm always open, like whatever you could pick my brain. But like yeah, usually like something with fame or like what's the best item in like a wand class or something.
Hmm.
But nothing of like I guess like oh I just a reset. What should I do or something? Or it's usually like exactly what you would expect. It's like some fame questions.
I'm kind of actually sometimes I think like twice when I receive questions. Uh, it's not actually go for the same not same purpose, but example. When I see like a player asking me about oh which is better for EP, this or that, and I just realized the player is still learning the thing.
Yeah.
I'll just say, dude, just do the basic. You know, the basics is really very difficult. The basic is very difficult. Do you actually behave like that, or you actually don't even mind? Like,
I usually just pretty simple. Like I don't look too much further.
uh huh,
If they ask me whatever, I just like answer their thing. And I guess that would be more helpful to see if they're like a brand new player or not. But like it's usually like a Discord DM or something. I don't go to check their account,
uh huh.
and then I just whatever answer their question.
Another thing like more personal.
Yeah.
Did you see like actually being like the top fame in rotmg nowadays?
Uh
It's a very difficult thing,
huh.
right? Did you
uh,
see way too many griefing? Like because when I was doing dungeons with you and I saw you playing around, um, I saw like so many people trying to kill your character.
the only place that I think I see like on purpose griefing is sometimes like very rare occasion.
Uh-huh.
I'll take my big characters to like 103
Uh-huh.
and like I just see like people blasting cards
Damn. On
like I don't
purpose.
know. Yeah, I think I mean I can't tell but I assume it. But like in regular dungeons I don't think that I get targeted. I hope not. One time maybe in the beach, someone tried to drag aliens to me.
What the fuck?
But I think they just do that to anyone. I don't think there's like targeting.
Nice, nice. But okay, talking about big grinding, what happened to that summoner?
Uh,
What happened to that summoner?
wait, have you seen the wounds clip?
I want to see that. I want to see that.
Let me
I'm gonna
hold
show
on.
to people on the live stream right now.
I'd have to let me see if I can find it somehow. Um, where would it be? What Discord is? Well, 1 second.
Because for people that don't know, if you click like all time, and I want to have another conversation about this. The summoner, all right, this summoner over here, the 14 place, and then we're gonna talk about the saucer later, and the E later. Okay, we're gonna talk about those.
Let's see if I can find it. Oh no, he's
Because the
yeah.
summoner died by Spooky, right?
Yes, yeah.
The summoner by the yeah, the summoner by the spook, and the saucer was Parasite Chamber.
Hold on, let me.
No worries, no worries. So yeah, guys, do you think the life of top one fame is easy? Nope. It's not easy. Actually, you get like targeted every time. Example, even me when I do shatters, I get PvP like 24/7. So people full PvP during in runs. Have you ever? Okay, this is one for people watching. Did you ever imagine to talk with the top one player? Well, will they? Imagine can dodge a spook. he
Yeah,
got he
that.
like more fam you get, the bigger hitbox you have. You know.
And let me see. Please, hold on.
Found you.
I don't know. Hold on.
Hey Bacon, how's it going? How's it
Oh,
going?
I think I did. Hold on.
Here, guys, make sure to throw your questions. Throw your questions because it's like a great opportunity to ask anything. For people that have no clue who is GML, GML is the top fame from rotmg. Is the top fame from rotmg right now. So anything like asking like GML is actually good to do Pride Cave, you know, with fan grinding, and he'll say yes.
You might maybe need to listen to it without showing stream. I don't know if you like BRL said like I don't know what type of words you let in stream, but I sent it to you.
All right, right.
Or
Let
you could
me.
just do it and mute. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna open here. All right,
Or
everybody,
just
I'm
show
gonna show
it.
on the stream. Okay,
Hold on.
let me switch here on the streaming. Gonna download this. All right, and download the clip.
But it's
Okay, screen share changing, and I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. Alright, everybody. This is the Summoner GML.
Someone else's POV though, but I mean, one day I will drop mine. I want to make a video just like I have a sorcerer video. Um, so one day I'll show my POV.
Oh shit. How much fan base? 500,000?
It's 390.
Holy shit. That's a big loss. That's a big loss. How many?
Yeah. How many what?
How long have you been grinding on this summoner?
uh, I don't remember. The one that died, it was like it's cause I stopped playing it and then came back to it. So I don't really know. When the summoner came out, I exalted it.
Uh
Then I oh, speaking of spooky, we just got one. Then
huh.
I don't remember. I stopped playing it. Then I came back to get number one with it, and then
Mhm.
I got number one and stopped, and then I came back like way later, and then I died.
What the I remember you actually started a new over.
Yeah,
But
like
you got like very angry about that. What actually happened?
nah, I don't. I mean, it's just since I was going for number one, so I just made another one and just like
Hmm.
kept playing.
And we saw like Ollie create another one with 1 million
Oh,
later.
Ollie was number one at the time. Yeah.
Like you had the goal like, okay, first I want to be the top fame in all time, like everything, like legions, and then like in whole game, and then like for classes.
Um. Well,
Or
I
no?
went for started out with just priest. I just wanted number one priest
Why
way
do you
back.
love
It's
this
like
class? This class barely do any damage. It's HP
I
scale.
it's just I don't know. It was always been my favorite class, like way back in the day.
Hmm.
Like when I first started playing, like 2015, I was like I just saw priest. I like it.
Hmm. Especially with the introduction of RX3 equipments, like
Oh
the
yeah, even
that
better.
Tom is very way OP. Not gonna lie.
And then after priest, I just went for 680, and then
Hmm.
after that, I just wanted to be like it was like two goals in the same time. I obviously wanted to be number one in fame, but I
Hmm.
wanted to be number one in all the wands at the same time.
And you still pursue that, right?
I do, yes. I'm gonna probably get past soon. There are like a couple sorcerers that are grinding. Maybe in a few months I will not be.
Cogbo to hit. Do you know what happened
Oh
there?
yeah.
That was kind of, not gonna lie.
I guess if you count that, then yeah, I lost it for a little bit.
Yeah, but that was not like a fair competition. Not gonna lie, that wasn't a
Yeah,
fair competition. People did that like bug abuse. Do you
yeah.
see this happening like over and over and over again, right? The fame exploits.
Um, I don't know. They're not really. They're pretty rare. Like I think if I'm not too much of a student of the history of the game, but there have not been like too many fame exploits like that. Uh,
Hmm.
Maybe like a handful in like the whole history.
But the last one was kind of insane.
Yeah, it
Holy
was
shit!
interesting. I started getting a lot of DMs and I was not home.
Yeah, same. I was not home. I was coming back, and I got like so much message from my friends. During, did you see? Did you see? There's a guy that got like a lot of fame in a short period of time. I was what the fuck? I didn't get like a time to abuse it. GG.
Yeah, that's I got a lot of like screenshots of my sword getting passed.
So they even got like they created a character and got like 1 million fame. Like
Yeah, instantly.
insane. That was insane. And talking about 1 million number, uh, do you have the goal of 3,333,300?
A lot of people ask me that. I think it's a joke because it's a lot of fame. I don't
But
know.
maybe on priest.
Yeah, that's like if I did do it, it would be on priest,
Yeah,
but I think that's like very far down the line. I try and
but
not
right
play
now
with
you want to put
characters.
like 1 million, right? On each class.
No, no.
No.
I just want like no. I just want to like balance it out. I think I don't really. I don't know. I want to try and not play my wands as I'm on my priest right now, basically lying. But they didn't let me bring my archer to this fame cult, so I brought my priest.
Yeah, right now it's Archer. What is the current base fame of it?
It's 1,078,000.
Yeah, the big contest. The big contest. Why have you? Well, actually, you have to say with Horlandus.
Wait, what?
What could you say about Horlandus? Your
Oh,
biggest contestant.
shout out to Horlandius. He's cool, man. I love Horlandius as well. All the top players, man. I try and be friends with everyone. He's a grinder, man. I have no intention of going for his archer spot.
But you are getting very close on Summoner, pretty much, right?
Maybe, yeah. I don't like actively push it. Maybe if like a event comes, but like for a long time I've been playing just not the wands. I left my
Uh huh.
wands alone for like since like November.
Uh huh. So do you want like him to stay in that position, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what he likes. So like I
Mm.
don't know. I don't like when I go for a number one or something, my intention is like not to take it from someone. I just want it. Like it's not because of them.
Uh huh.
So like if I don't know if I went for it, it's not like to take it away from him. It's just like I also want it.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's actually great to see you about that. And going about competition,
Yeah.
two things. Um, all right, this is a question. Faster way to 5-star a character
Uh,
because there are so many people looking for white star, you know.
um. I mean,
And
speed.
actually, you can share about this experience with a white star goal, you know, because I think you
Yeah.
have like more than knowledge enough to share about this because it's actually fine.
I think if you're going for stars, I assume like you're still like a little new, or you're in a new account. But if we take away those factors, like it would just be fame codes. I'm
Mm.
pretty sure people don't want to hear that name again, but it would just be fame codes. But I think if you're going for stars, you're probably like pretty new or fairly new, maybe. You should just do any dungeons that like you know that you are good enough to not die. Like you want to be able to like consistently like make it to the next dungeon, you know. If you
Mm-hmm.
know that like shatters is not your thing, or like you die every like 10 shatters, like do not take your fame character to shatters. So like if you're good at fungals, like stay in your strength, like go do 100 fungals.
Mm-hmm. That was actually an interesting feedback that I got like from another option Z folk, which was
Yeah.
Alutasia. He told me when once I hit like the 720, was like kind of clueless what to do after, so I gave myself like 2 weeks, and he gave me a good feedback about fame. He actually told like exactly the same thing, which was uh do like the dungeons that you don't risk your character that much,
Yeah,
and if you know that like very well, just keep with it and do like
yeah.
100 times pretty much like the
You,
same.
you have to like know yourself because there's
Yeah,
some people I know that will never die in like O3, but they die in Void. So like when they're
yeah,
grinding, they can't go to Void. Like so you have to analyze your own gameplay and like sorry.
and that takes
And
time.
just yeah, you have to be like disciplined to not go in those dungeons that like you know is not your strength.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Example, it was like a great question that he did say, and I did like a small fame experiment. I was grinding like on my saucer,
Yeah.
and I did like the opposite what he said, which was pretty much don't do shatters. I did like shatters only, and I got like 30k only doing shatters because on shatters I feel comfortable with it. For real, I
Yeah.
actually do. But it was pretty much like this. I was doing until tablets, and I left on the king because I knew if I
Oh, okay.
push further and do king, I will definitely die. And once I did that and did king, I died on that saucer. So it was exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
So this is
And it's a
very
lot of learning.
important.
It's always
Yes,
like I think
that's how I was learning.
if you're also going stars like and you start to fail or die, like if you could learn from it, you know what I mean? Every
Yes,
time you
yes,
fail, you could always like potentially get better from it. Like
exactly. That's
you're
actually
you're
a
gonna
good
like
thing.
die in this game. I don't know if you're new, even if you're old, you're gonna die. Like it's just a part of the game. So you need to just like realize
Hmm.
that and you can take
Yeah,
away from
it does. This doesn't apply to me because I never died in this game, so I don't know what GML
it.
is trying to say.
Because like
Well,
I don't know, even I have those big failures, but like that doesn't stop me. Like you have to just that's a part of the game. That's like it wouldn't be fun without dying.
hmm. And this is a good question. Uh, do you fear the death in rotmg?
Do I what?
Do you
Fear?
fear? Yeah, do you fear death in rotmg?
What do you mean? Like the game or like my
The
character?
game, the not the game rotmg, but the character.
I mean it would suck, but I think
You don't mind it actually if you die.
it would suck and I try not to die, but like that's just how the game is. Permadeath.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's like that's like the goal. Try not to die.
Hmm.
Um That's
Example
also
for
why I
me,
don't play the wands. Like, if I don't play them, then like it's safe fame. Like, so if
because
I
for
die
me,
now,
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure you really experienced that. Uh, when I stopped like fear and death in rotmg, it did definitely push my limits, and that was the same thing. Gib is on the chat right now, and he understands this. When he was pushing for top damage in Oryx 3 back in the days, he met like another very experienced player,
yeah,
and the same guy did say like a very interesting phrase to him, like he told to Gib, "You still fear death, you know. Once you stop fear death in rotmg, you're gonna surpass your limits over there." And I did think about that message like for a while. And once I realized it, I definitely increased my skills in games so much, especially in shatters.
yeah.
So I think
Um,
you understand what I mean.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, if I'm in like a backup character, then yeah, we could go like crazy. But for me, I always like to do like flawless gameplay. So
Uh huh.
I would say like I'm not that good at the skill side. Like I would say I'm like one of the lower like good players. Like I'm still like good because like I put way too much time in this game,
Yeah.
but I'm not like a super DPS pump. But so a lot of time when people see my gameplay, they say I dodge good, but like there's like some shots that I should just tank to do more damage, like to keep on damaging.
Hmm.
But I don't know. For me, I like to do like flawless game, like dodging. So I try and do most damage with taking like zero, but that
Hmm.
makes me like a worse damager.
Interesting. Any tips to get more white bags?
Uh I I don't know. Play a
Because
game.
actually, this is a question. A friend told me on C you hit 720, you get like plus 10 loot drop, right? And
Yeah.
he told me it's like a religion. You need to believe.
I think if you want like a gameplay tip, there is none. You just have to play the game. If you want like a mentality tip, like you should just not even think about it. Like you're not even doing it for the white bag. Like I don't know.
Uh huh.
Because if you enter every dungeon, every time you kill a boss, you want to see a white bag. Like you're gonna feel like the grind feel much longer.
Uh
You
huh.
never get the white bag.
Yeah. See everybody.
Like you're not gonna get a white bag every time you kill the I don't know whatever boss you're going for. That's just not how like RNG is made. You should expect like no white bag every time actually. But I don't know. Most players the opposite.
People saying the feedback about how many tears you drop it when you die on that summer.
How many spots in the list? I don't know. I'd probably go to like fourth or something,
Holy shit.
right? I'd have to open Realm Eye to see, but whatever I have minus 1.6.
Holy shit. That's a lot. Like my
I like
biggest fame was 743,000. The
oh
biggest.
in the death fame?
No, no,
Or
alive,
you
alive,
mean
alive. That
oh
fame
in your
was like
oh
2.8 million, I guess.
okay, okay. So is that how much do you have now in your account?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Because I need to keep grinding again. Like my goal right now is hit like 207k on this saucer.
Oh, okay.
So this is the goal for now.
You could do it.
I believe
Damn.
it's gonna take so long.
Hey man, that's how it is. Sometimes I go through stretches where like I gain like nothing, and then sometimes I have more time and I gain.
Uh-huh.
Just for me, like this is also a question I get a bunch. People think like I have to gain like 5K a day or like I die or something.
Uh-huh.
I just gain as much as I could because like not every day is the same. There's not. I don't always have the same time, and whenever I get on, it's not always the same AFK checks in the Discord or something. So
Uh-huh.
each day is like its own like how much could you get that day? So it's like I don't have
Oh,
like a set goal. It's just how much I could get that day.
exactly. This is a. It was a question. If you have like any fame goal each day, this is actually the answer
Okay.
for that question.
So yeah, I don't know. I just it's like if that day only has 1,000, then that's how much I could get. I don't know.
Mhm. Do you think like other top grinders for fame have like the same mentality?
No,
Interesting.
I think that they they go for like five. It depends. There are some fame grinders like that. I think they are like in online school or something, and
Hmm.
they could just get like in all the runs, and they get like 5K, 10K.
Hmm.
I don't
And
know.
another thing, the when I started getting like fame several times, I was starting to realize the fame number evolution was increasing. Because when I was like 743,000, I think I was in the position 19. Yeah, 19.
Oh, and
And
now
now it's all the way back. Like to enter
yeah.
the top 100, it's I don't know how much it is.
Let's see. I'll check real quick. It's 672.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
it's moved
it's a
up.
lot. Yeah, it's definitely a
I
lot.
think part of that is like just obviously time, but the the 1.5 event that happened in like November like actually boosted a bunch.
Oh yeah, there
There was
is.
like
Let me see. The- Oh yeah, there's a good question. Hey Puzzle, how's it going? So there is a question from Baliska. Do you have some safety rules when getting started with new character potion character?
um
Like I suppose you died, what you
yeah,
do?
no, like a fresh character for me like could go in everywhere. Like it doesn't have like high fame yet, so like I don't care.
Let me see. There's another question. Did you miss Amulet of Resurrection?
I did not play that old. I mean, I guess we never went over that. I started in 2015, but like on and off. 'Cause I only played in school, and I didn't have a computer at home,
Hmm.
so I barely played. But I started in 2015, and then, but I think that was before my time. Um, so I don't really know the difference of having it or not having it.
Oh yeah, there's another question from Draco. Is Realm Clear an alternative to Femcults?
In paper, it is pretty. It's pretty good alternative, but like nobody does it. I guess I think it's like a pretty high effort.
Oh yeah,
But
actually,
like
I really enjoy like Realm Clear, but do you have like any ideas, suggestions for like pushing people to do this like more often?
I mean it's free. I feel like nobody has to buy fame codes and mod it.
Hmm.
But I feel like that should be enough. But like people the thing is that fame codes is better. If it was like the same thing and one was free, then I think people would obviously do the free one.
Yeah, but that's
But
not a thing that we see. They don't
but
do
since
that
fame codes
much.
is like it's better, it's like I guess it doesn't even it's not even a conversation to them.
Yep, I realize it. And it was a thing that I actually noticed. I saw like in few discords like they getting so much like getting donations like in money to afford like keys, fame code keys.
Yeah, I've seen
Can you do you
they
have like a estimative for how much is like a fame code key? Like including the key price plus the mods
on the mod. I
average
think
so people can realize it.
think uh what people
Because the key
usually
is
say is
200.
like yeah. I think people say $4, $5 maybe USD.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though. You probably would have to ask like someone like that pops a lot. But I think that's the words that people like to say, $4, $5.
Hmm. So it's pretty much like buying two keys, pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
expensive.
Do you think like people that pop these keys um want to be included in this elite group?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like if your goal is like fame, then you automatically want to be included,
Hmm.
whether you pop keys or not. Um, but yeah, I think the goal, if you're fame oriented, is always to like be in as be have as many like potential runs, be in as
Uh-huh.
many Discord, as many groups.
There's another question from Draco again. What are the requirements for fame cults? Because there are
I
people over here that never did this before, you
uh,
know. So actually, it's the first time witnesses something like that.
it usually is like very strict gear recs, which is like pretty much the best choices for the clearing.
Uh huh.
So it's like it'll just be like it's specific to each class, but like very strict gear. Uh, and that's basically it. It's usually just to force like a really fast run by making sure that like you had to have this gear or you can't even go.
Hmm. There's another question from Hop. GML, what do you forge?
I forged a lot of for a long time when Forge first came out, I did like Diplos. 'Cause I had trouble getting Diplos as drops. I did horns for a while, but then Lean Crown came out, so I don't care about horn anymore. Um, hard modes, so I do a lot of Curious, Divinity, Escutcheons, but I don't really do that many hard modes anymore. I do a lot of mantles now since Moonlight came out. I like to play Priest in Moonlight Village,
Hmm.
and I do the pet stasis mode in Moonlight.
Hmm.
So I mantles like really good for like healing. So I just craft the mantles as of now. But like usually what I'm crafting changes every now and then, depending what I'm trying to like build up.
So it's pretty much like HP gear for Moonlight, right?
Yeah, right now, yeah, just mantle. I didn't have that many. I died in like three already when it came out, and then I'm just trying to get more.
Nice, nice. So do you have like a scheduler for doing? Okay, this is time for to spend my backups on these dungeons to get like more items.
I
Example,
wish I did,
because to be
but
fair, like nowadays it's pretty much like 5 days pretty much to forge like a legendary.
yeah, nah, I wish that I played more like Shatters and O3, but because that's the content I go in the least, just since I
Hmm.
fame grind. But I have enough items from like when I used to exalt that like
Uh huh.
I could still like forge those dungeon items basically.
Interesting.
But no,
Interesting.
I don't really plan to go, oh, let me spend the day trying to do shatters because I feel
In
like
me. Do you have like any specific dungeon besides Flame Cults?
yeah, I mean I think that's like a mis perception. I do like
Uh-huh.
just pretty much not shatters because I
Hmm.
will go to O3 in my characters, just not I don't like to, but
Do you
I'm
really
not like
enjoy Oryx 3, right?
I don't
Like the
really
dungeon itself.
I like it, yeah. But since
Uh
I'm usually working in like a main fame character, I don't go shatters at all.
huh.
And if I feel for some reason like risky, I will go to O3.
Uh huh.
But that leaves every other dungeon. Like I'll go to a nest if I see a regular AFK nest and there's nothing else going on.
Nice.
I'll go like fungal, like Steamworks. Obviously, I do a lot of fame calls, but I think people they assume that that is all I do. I don't know. I've been grinding fame before fame calls were a thing. So
Interesting. I actually saw you when I was doing like some void runs in pub house, like back
yeah,
to back. You were
yeah,
even there, you know.
I know. I go for fame. Like people think I only do fame calls. The thing is that people that say this, this probably just shows way too much time put in. I've
Mm.
probably done like more of like every dungeon than people that say that I only do paintball. Like I've probably done more O3s than them, more shatters, more everything.
Interesting, interesting. So it's pretty much like what do you do when you get like burned about this, right?
Um,
Example, oh, I only do like because I'm gonna tell my experience about.
yeah,
Um, this is kind of interesting. Example, during the Exalt month event that I did, which was pretty much we were running like 75 each dungeon from Exaltation to help people. Fortunately, we succeed and 13 people got like full Exalted, which is a great accomplishment, and saw like so many people uh increasing their skills, over the time, which is
yeah,
great. So, but after that, I got like burned about that, like because I was only doing dungeons that I did enjoy, especially voids. I don't enjoy void that much,
yeah,
and I had to stop that and do something more chill. You know, so this is pretty much what you do when you do like fame grind a lot, and then I just want to give myself a timing, for chill a little bit.
yeah. Man, I feel like I definitely have taken like natural breaks, or like I've had times where I'm working two jobs and can barely play, but that's not like an on purpose break.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like I'm pretty, I get most people that I talk to closely might say that like I don't really get burnt out, but I think I just need like a very short recharge. Like I literally might play it like a different game for like one day and that's it.
Yeah, people even tell things like that to me, like on Twitch, like especially when I'm about to get sick, because I have been streaming so much, and they say, "Oh, you should give like 1 day break at least," because actually it's very important to care about the health, outside the game.
Yeah.
And do you take actually care about your health like outside the game? Like example, oh, I'm playing way too much. I need to walk, outside, take like a fresh
Yeah.
air, touch the grass. This is AK touching the grass.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, I just stay like physically active. But that's just me personal reason. Like I don't like to be out of shape. So like
Hmm.
I usually will go like play basketball or work out or like,
Yes.
but like just like not to gain anything, but to stay active. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
like an
This
hour,
is
two
actually, I
hours.
think, the I began as well, like over this time, like
Like
especially
I don't want to
4 weeks ago.
be. I'm not trying to like be super muscle or like super good at basketball. I just like just
Mhm.
to not do nothing. That's it.
And this is very important, people. This is very important. Um, like care about your health as well. It's very important, especially if you want to keep playing the game like consistently. It's very important, like to take like small breaks, do
Yeah.
exercise. The touching the grass thing actually is needed.
Or you need to balance. Like I don't think I've ever been like the hardest grinder. I just have been consistent. I don't.
It's like it's my father always say this. This is like a marathon, not a short
Yeah,
distance run.
exactly.
So we need to keep the like consistently, but must be done like careful as well because we don't want to burn out ourselves. It's pretty much like this. And this is I think you have like the same approach when it does go to exalt grinding, like for people that want to be and pursue this goal.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
can
was
can
never
you
the
share
fastest
like
exalt.
some, yeah, but even though uh it's very interesting, to see like your mentality about this because my friend did ask me about this, he was actually asking um, what that player actually thinks about this. The player GML, I actually has his mind. What is his mindset? You know.
Yeah. For I've always I prefer consistency. I don't know. I see there's a lot of players that I've always seen that they play more. They could gain way more than me like in a day, every day. But then
Hmm.
they just stop. They just burn out. They just stop. And then like it didn't matter. So like I don't know. It's it's easier to just not do as much,
Hmm.
but just keep on. Make it like consistent long term.
Hmm.
Because there's some players that like you'll see in like a crazy event, they don't sleep, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
but then they
Yeah.
crash
Go
for
on.
like 3 days or something, two
Yeah.
days, and then it's like, there's
That's
no point of going one
so
day
much better.
super hard
Yeah.
and then like skipping, or you could just do like a little bit in every day. So,
Have you done this like as a mistake like few times? Because I did, you know, like
no,
sometimes.
because when I get tired, I feel like that is if you go too long, like you're probably too tired to like uh not die.
Hmm.
So like
Yeah.
I think I don't try and do that because I'll get to a point where now I play worse.
Yeah, there's a thing that I notice as well. Like sometimes I take breaks. Like I know all my human limits.
Yeah, maybe if I
No.
didn't play worse, maybe I would do it. But like once like
Uh-huh.
I increase like chance of dying, there's no point of like continuing.
Yeah. It definitely
Might
it's
as
a
well
very
just
interesting.
like you could rest up and just like play another time, play tomorrow, play 2 days later. I don't know. There's no point of going too hard.
And
I
another
think that's
personal
why people
question.
get burned. Yeah.
Uh did you learn something from rotmg?
Um, I don't know. I've always been, I don't know. Maybe it's hard to say, man. Uh, I've always been very routine, so I can't really say like I learned like discipline or grinding.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know. Maybe just to just be kind to everybody. Like it's such a small community that like your
Yeah.
relationships go like further than like if you played like a large game or if you lived like there's so many people in the world that you can make a relationship and it means like nothing.
Yeah.
But like the things you do here, like they kind of like they show or they stick around a little harder.
I have exactly the same mentality, which is I have like a specific message on in my mind that I remind every day. Like, what a man that doesn't make this world better. What is the purpose of that man if it doesn't make this world better? Pretty much like this.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not the best fame grinder. You know, I'm not the best player for top damage in Oryx 3.
We
But I
help
think
you.
that yeah, I'm doing so much good on what I do, which is
Yeah.
actually helping people, you know. And in a short period of time, we saw like so many changes, you know. So I'm doing on what I'm the best what I do, you know. So it actually it's amazing, you know, to see like and reason I'm proud to see like a guy holding that title stand like in the top position and humble like that, you know. So for people that don't know, this is your top fame player in
uh,
this game. Okay,
uh, I'm I'm
this
just
is your
another
top
player,
fame
man.
player. But don't worry,
I don't
he
know.
doesn't bite. Okay,
Just
He do-
I can't be like arrogant, man. There's no
Mhm.
reason. Someone they grinded before me, someone will grind after me. Like I'm just the same as anyone
Hmm.
else.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, another question. This is from Almod. Uh, what single enemy gives the most fame?
uh Steamworks turret? No, I'm kidding.
GG.
Maybe that's I guess like an O3 kill probably.
How much is that? Like 200, I guess.
I think
I'm not
O3
sure.
gives like I'm used to it with like all the bonuses. I think it's like 100 and something. Like 130. I could be wrong.
Hold.
But I'm sure that there is, I mean, if you want to go into technicality, I'm sure there's some admin item or something that like spawns like
Uh-huh.
a, I don't know. But yeah, I think it would be O3. I'm not-
Have you ever actually did farm consistently so many Oryx for fame?
Um,
Or no?
m- Only maybe when exalting.
Mm. But
Um,
nowadays, it's not even like an option, you know?
Only if it's like a fresh character. Like
I
maybe like
see.
once I get like 100K, I don't like
Uh-huh.
to take it. But I will. Like I've taken like 900K to O3 before, but that's not smart.
Talking about big numbers,
Yeah.
do you think E die on that wizard on purpose just to get like one more fame than you?
No, no. So with E, he wanted. Let me open the legends real quick. He wanted number one legend. That was like his
Hmm.
goal, right? And
Hmm.
then if you, I don't know, you're in the O3, so you can't see. Um,
I'm
there's a
getting full
player
PP.
Flav. There's a player Flav that killed his summoner.
Uh huh.
So he was about to like kill his wizard and get number one. Flav died in summoner, so he
Oh
had to play
yeah,
more.
I remember Flav was actually play on that summoner.
Yeah, he suicided it, and then then that made E like had to play more because his goal was number one. So like he pushed the bar high. But
Hmm.
then like while he was playing, I died. So then like I pushed the bar even higher. So like he was gonna go for number one anyways. It's just that he had to go above me since I died.
Hmm.
I don't think he did it on like, oh, let me just go one to like be mean or something.
Uh huh.
He just like he was going for that goal like way before I died anyways.
And that was a thing that. Oh shit! The guy just died like at the end of my asthma. F.
GG.
GG. Good
Yeah,
game.
people think he like did it in like a disrespect way or something like
Yeah, that was like the first impression that we saw. You know.
yeah. I mean it makes
It,
sense, but nah.
I see. I see. See, there's not much drama, everybody.
No, no.
Oh yeah. There's a guy telling "fuck Fumis." Just kidding.
Uh, oh man.
You have like any beef with anybody else, or just try to be like?
No, no beef, no beef.
I see. I see.
Anyone, I like anyone who doesn't grind fame, anyone that grinds fame, it doesn't matter.
Nice. But did you see like any people trying to be mean to you, even if you behave like nice to them, like over
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time?
Oh yeah. Always, always.
Is it like a majority of players or
No, no.
only
I
few?
think the game is like such a small community that like I'm pretty much friends with like a majority of the end game.
Uh-huh.
And then anyone that is like trying to be mean, I don't know. I don't know them at all. So like it doesn't really matter.
Like, have you ever experienced somebody else that actually insanely got like a lots of fame? I'm not talking about the Cogbo to Hell fame exploit, but legitly got like so much fame in a short period of time, and you got very impressive about that number?
I mean, there's like a lot of good grinders. I don't know. I think a lot of people we call the really hard grinders. We call them demons for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a lot, man. I mean, maybe not like absurd numbers like the Steamworks thing, but like yeah, like anyone, Sam or Deli, Noel, an NPC, a lot of the fame grinders, Kaneki or Ghoul, I guess, like a
Mm-hmm.
bunch. I don't know, Semicar, like there's so many names. It's like I don't even like the name because I know I'm leaving people out.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, there's just so many. Fumes is Grind's fame as well. But yeah, everybody grinds pretty hard. A lot of people, it's hard to pinpoint. A lot of people do not have like their stuff like public, so like you can't really tell how much they gain in a day to answer that question.
Uh-huh.
But I'm sure it's like it's similar to like any like myself or more than me. Like
Uh-huh.
yeah,
I
there's like
I
a lot.
I have like a one question. Uh,
Yeah.
Let me see if I do remember that correctly. But one was related to um the your option Z like experience, and another one was, have you ever had any contact with people from Black Bullet from Japan?
Uh, so I'll just answer the Black Bullet one because that one's
Hmm.
shorter.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe not like contact because like the language barrier, but yeah, yeah, I've played with them in their Discord.
Are they welcome? Or they only speak Japanese? Because I tried to contact like Japan for a possible podcast, and he he
Yeah,
didn't
they don't
respond.
know.
Or they don't know like
Japan,
English.
they don't know. Japan knows like little a few words, like maybe like yes and no, and
I
like
see,
little
I see.
things like
So it's not
um
because he's me or whatever.
no, no.
I see,
And then
see.
they usually just like they'll just play in their Discord.
Uh
Not that
huh.
much. I don't think that guild doesn't play that much anymore.
I see.
And then time zone as well. Like the only times that I see them is like it's like super early in the morning, so like I
Yeah,
think
the
I've played
time
with them
zone.
like
Yeah, I
one
see.
time.
Do,
But
do, do
yeah,
you
they have
think, because
yeah.
there's so many players looking forward to meet actually Japan, so many. Uh, a reason why they asked me to do like a possible podcast. Do you know like any friend that actually speaking Japanese that can do like a possible translation that you know?
No, actually.
Because it's very hard. It's very
Yeah,
hard.
it's I'm not sure to be honest. I mean, I have no idea. Yeah, like whenever I have played with them, I usually just like deafen because like I could stay in the VC and listen, but they're just like their conversation is Japanese, so like I don't.
Oh, there is a Black Bullet member. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. Actually, guys, there are some players that I don't invite yet for this podcast conversation because I don't have like a network, with them. So it's very hard. But if you know people like for the future conversations, make sure to so we can have like a conversation. We can talk with me on Discord or Twitch. It doesn't matter. Okay, anytime. So the meaning of this podcast project is pretty much like give opportunity for community to meet the in-game players, the people that actually help the game to keep going, you know actually meet like the mindset of like the top players, on their positions and so on. Even though GML don't even agree with this, but GG.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's pretty much for that. What was the other one? Was my options experience?
oh yeah, the options experience. What
Um,
was the main reason why you left, and
oh
so on?
man. I
Yeah,
mean,
push
I love my
drama.
options experience. I love my options experience. They took me in right when the White Garden was like kind of like falling out. Um, they helped me in my grind a lot because they do a lot of like guild runs, guild pops, just like pushing fame as a guild.
Mhm.
A lot of cool people in there, so I have no issue with my time there. The reason I left though, so I like I said, I always stay neutral. I always avoid drama.
Mm.
And at the time, I had left options already before because I joined Exquisite,
Uh-huh.
and these are two of my good friend groups. So I had been back and forth a few times in the guild. Nothing bad. I just like spent some time and then spent some time.
Uh-huh.
But then there was like some drama between both of the guilds. I don't even really remember what it was, but it got to the point where like if I stayed in options, then my exquisite friends didn't like that, and if I joined exquisite, my options friends didn't like that. So like I didn't even really choose, they just chose for me. So I just left and then I made this.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't need I don't log in. I don't get on Discord, log in the game to do drama. So I just leave.
Do you know what happened to Exocyte? Like, do they still active? Do they have like
No,
a new
they're not really
name?
active. Some members still play, but pretty much nobody, no.
Interesting, interesting. So for people that want to pursue the goal of joining this elite group, not in a bad way, but actually in a good way, what could you encourage them to do and behave rather
Um,
than flex and link crowd or whatever?
elitist, elite group in fame community. I'd say it's just like relationships. Like you
Hmm.
can't really prove elite group and top damage. Like you could prove your way, like you know. But like
Hmm.
in the fame community, I think it's just like just good relationships and like time, like spent. Like I don't know if you've been in the fame community a long time, like you just like you're like automatic, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely, it's a good thing. Uh, oh yeah, there's a question. Did the player go use the fame cult method as well?
Yeah, he does like a lot of runs, but yeah, he joins a lot of ankles. He's like me. He'll go in like a void. He'll go in a fungal. He'll go in a nest. He doesn't care. He just as long as like you continue moving forward, it doesn't really like matter how
Hmm.
fast, you know.
Hmm.
But yeah, fame cults. If there are fame cults and you're on, like that is the best choice. But if there are none, but you're on, then just join like other runs.
Interesting, interesting. Uh, Let me see. How do you perform? How do you properly perform fame cult steps?
Um, What do they mean by that? I guess like
I think what is the best way to do fame cults? Because for people, it's a big question mark. Especially for new
so
players,
okay,
because they
okay.
don't know how to do that.
I guess the difference from what you would know as a regular call is like we basically clear every room. So instead of doing like three flames and going to the cold tea room and doing it,
Hmm.
we clear all five. Like so we and then you also do it in like an efficient manner to like avoid backtracking in paths that you already
Hmm.
cleared. So it takes like map reading from the RL, from the raid leader. And you just clear every room so that it's like you kill every enemy basically. And then same thing in the hideout. You just clear every split. So like instead of going directly to boss or doing the minimum to unlock the T room, you just clear everything.
Interesting. So so yeah, this is a thing. Another question. Let me see. Uh, oh yeah, we got like a guy that speak in English. Yeah, speak and he speaks a little bit of Japanese. Interesting, and he's from Black Bullet. Nice, nice. We can have a conversation later about this. People, make sure to throw your questions. All right. Make sure to throw your question and don't miss this opportunity like to meet GML. You can talk to him like anytime in the game, anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay? And if he doesn't respond, that's because he's doing fame cool zone. Okay.
Yeah, you could always throw me a three. I usually don't like to type too much because I
Mhm.
suck at typing, so I don't want to like be in danger because I'm slow at typing. So,
Oh
but
yeah,
I'll
talking about
usually say
slow.
that.
How old is GML? People thinks it's like 60
Oh
years old.
no, I don't know. It's like a meme that has grown. Yeah, I don't know. People like to say I'm really old. I think it's just a meme that everyone is like hopped on. I'm 23, so I guess for some people that's still old, but not as old as everyone says.
Because you're very chill, you're very chill, a good and humble guy,
Yeah,
and definitely it's a nice guy to have a conversation with. And
thank you, thank you.
unfortunately, like so many like people in that age still behave like as a kid, unfortunately. But I
It
wish,
happens.
yeah, it happens, yeah. But I wish like in the future they will be better, and they will definitely. Um, Another question: how many years
Yeah.
have you been playing rotmg?
I like to just go off of like consistency because my
Yeah.
account I started in 2015, but I basically go on and off because I was only able to play in school. So like you if you ever look at my graveyard, which like I wouldn't use the time to look at my graveyard, but
Hmm.
I basically started in 2015, then like you see like no gameplay for like a year,
Hmm.
and then like same thing like each year. I like keep skipping years. But then that's why when people ask me this question, I just say like 4 years instead of like eight
Hmm.
because I only been playing consistently from 2019. So I
So
did start
2019.
and yeah, I like to say 2019 because I don't count like you play like a few hours in school and then never again and then skip a year. That doesn't count.
There's another feedback. I am an OG player. I know everything about the game. It's insane how I still play it. Actually, rotmg is such a great game. Uh, like overall, like seeing like the progress of them of the game from Weird Shadow, then Kaban, now Deca. Do you like the process of the changes that we actually see over these years in rotmg? Because from my experience, I like it because the game improved so much,
Yeah.
and the during the Kaban era, it was almost dead.
Oh yeah.
This is a thing.
Deca gets a lot of hate, but like Deca has done a lot. Deca has done a tremendous amount for the game. I never really analyzed too much, but yeah, Deca is done a lot and a lot of good, a lot of crazy, a lot of bad, but like it is better than nothing. It is like
Yeah,
tremendously better than nothing.
definitely it
They
is.
added exalts, man. Like a lot of the stuff that is the main thing that bring people is like from Deca.
And for old players, do you encourage them to keep playing rotmg to come back?
Um, for sure, if they enjoy the game, like that is what gaming is. Like I don't know if it's like If you don't like it, there's so many players that play this game and say they don't like their time.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I just encourage you to play the games that you like, do the things that you like,
Hmm.
because
So
you will look back and
play the
regret it
game.
if you
Play
just
the
force
game,
yourself.
everybody.
Like, if
Actually
you don't like
worth it.
Realm, do not launch Realm. That is all.
And this game can definitely change your life. Definitely, if you believe it. And this is like the great thing of rotmg. Um, there's a there's another feedback. Let me see. Uh, is it better to get one big fame character or have a lot of fame characters? From Hop,
Depends how you
that was a
wanna.
question.
That's a good question. It depends how you want to play it out. There's goods and bads because obviously, if you spread it out and you fail, you you're say it's less of a loss. And then if you stack it and you fail, you like lose everything.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, if you look in the community, there's success stories of both. I don't know. I have failed. I've had two big failures. Have had a lot of little failures as well. I like to stack it, but that's just because like I want it to be like number one of a class.
Hmm.
If that is not in your goal, like then I guess probably spreading it out is better. But what I would say is if you are just grinding fame over long years or long months, you should pick one character that you don't take pretty much anywhere. You don't even play it. And when there's like a really safe fame event, you just put more fame on it. So like a
Interesting.
Ice Tomb or OT, Battle Nexus, Parasite, these are events that like almost have no risk of dying, and you
Saucer.
could get a lot of. Yeah, I know. It wasn't even a parasite event. It was like a null parasite in the Nexus or so. Um, so it's like you could do that, right? You only bring it out in these safe events, and then you just like bank it, and you just
Hmm.
never risk it. And so that's what some people have, but I just have really high fame characters because I chased like number one spots.
Hmm.
And obviously, if the guy in number one has a million, I need to go above that.
Hmm.
But if the number one spot was like 300, then I would probably stop right there. So,
Oh,
but it's
so
how
I
you want to
see.
play as well.
I see. Pretty much like you see like that number, and you want to go further, like as a
Yeah,
challenge, pretty much like that. I see.
yeah. I mean, that's the only way I could get number one. So, like, if I want number one priest, and the guy that has it is like 1 million, he just set the bar. Like, so
I
then,
see.
if I have a priest of million, people are gonna say like, is it better to have a big fame or not? It's like, well,
Oh, I see.
you
Do you
can
have
argue
like a?
both.
Do you have? Sorry for you. Go
Yeah,
on. Go on.
like you can argue both. Obviously, like if I never died in Summoner and Sork, then maybe I could like prove to you it's better to like stack it.
Uh huh.
But like, I don't know. There's like pros and cons to both.
Interesting. Interesting. So, do you have like any competitor for fame that actually keep pushing nowadays
Um,
to raise the bar
like
for like big numbers? Because this is
me
what your
myself, I don't
motivation,
know.
right?
No, I mean for now I just like to push my account fame, not like one character.
I see. I see. I see.
Cause like for a long time I was like only all my fame was in my wand class. So I started to spread it out in the last like months. But competitor, and there's like a lot of people that are gaining more than me. I just like gain as much as I could. I don't know. That's it. I'm like
Oh
washed
yeah.
up now.
There's what the fuck, two white bags in the same. GG. 720 exalt, everybody.
It's real.
It's real. It's like a religion. So yeah. There's a question.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, oh yeah. If you have the power to implement something game, what
Oh,
would you add?
um, shoot. This is my application for Future Seeker. No,
We
I'm kidding.
have. We have.
Yeah, I'm not very creative. I don't know. I don't think of those things. I know a lot of people don't like the confused debuff, but like I don't know. I actually
Mhm.
have no idea how to answer this question.
Any like they put you in a CEO position in rotmg. What would you do besides putting you like 1 million fame or characters?
Um, yeah, I would have zero clue, man. Like actually, I'm pretty much just a consumer. I don't have that creative mind space
Interesting.
to help out
Yeah,
a lot.
he's very humble. He doesn't want to expose his
There are a
hidden
lot of
secrets.
the people that are creative and do know what they're doing and things like that are already doing those things, you know. People that
Hmm.
brought us Moonlight Village, like things like that. Um,
Nice, nice.
I don't know. I'll leave it to them. I'm not good at that stuff.
All right. Um, do you think fame cult's requirements is fair for everyone, or only for endgame players to have a chance to do fame cults? And I want to increase that question.
Yeah.
Uh, Consistently, I see like people seeking for White Star only doing fame cults. Is it like the best goal? I think it's not, but I want to see your feedback about this. And
I mean,
sure, go on. That was the
if
question,
you
pretty
can
much.
get in the fame quotes, then that will be like a fast way to White Star. But I what I would recommend is if you think you will ever have a desire to exalt the class, then you should just try and exalt it without dying. Like try and exalt your voids, cults, like
Hmm.
fungals, and like steamworks and nests without dying. That and then you should be 15k while you try and do that. But because you might just do fame cults only, and then later it's like you want to exalt the class, you might as well just like do both in the same time.
Interesting.
Um, that's what I did. I don't know. I did not like go focus White Star. I just like when I go exalt it, I just like try to not die, and then you
Hmm.
should like hopefully go to 15k at least and more.
Yeah,
But
actually,
I guess if you don't care about exalting and you know that you never will, then like yeah,
uh-huh.
fame cults will probably be like the fastest. But you have to get in them. I don't know. Like I assume if you're going White Star, you might be like a newer account, and like it is pretty elitist.
And for these requirements, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean there are like very rarely fame cults in not vet sections. You just have to find them, but that is pretty rare. I mean, I think it's fair. I mean, it would be cool if everyone could see what a fame call is if they want to. Um, but I don't know. That's just like the fame community is very small, so I understand why like a lot of players do not even know what a fame call is. Like
Do
usually,
they want
yeah,
to
yeah.
do projects like this example, a guide for fame cult, like just to show people what is that, how it does looks in the best efficient way.
Um, that would be cool. I personally wouldn't want to because everyone thinks that I only do fame cults anyways. So if I do a guide, it's only gonna like strengthen that.
And this is a thing
Um,
that I want to point out, which is we don't see like people on Twitch that much, or even on YouTube talking about fame, because fame is another way to play rotmg as well. You know,
oh, it's
it's
very small.
yeah, it's very small, but like yeah, pretty much like 1 month ago, Sam Riddell was doing fame farm, on live stream. Do you have like
Yeah.
any plan like in the future to stream something like this? Because you're gonna represent the community, and people are very
Um,
curious to see how it does looks like, what are the kind of players that go on these runs, because they have like so much curiosity.
I've always thought maybe, but it's like that's like now entertainment type of thing, and I'm pretty simplistic, so people, I feel like you enter a stream to be entertained, and if I'm just like quietly grinding fame, I don't know if that's like good content.
Hmm.
I try and actually I don't try. I have like one YouTube video, but it's not even like for the sake of content. I just like, I mean, I wanted to put the video together, but it's also to like clear up my hard drive.
Hmm.
It's basically like just my sorcerer grind, just clips that happen along the way, nothing fancy. Just
Uh-huh.
but nah, I don't know. I feel like if I that would invite like more negativity. I already have like a pretty solid experience in realm.
Look,
Like
when I
I
started streaming it, I had like the same mentality, because I thought people wouldn't even watch me, or I would get like so much criticism about what I was doing. But I didn't care
yeah.
like that much about that. I was only looking to play, having fun, and also to have a conversation with people, especially new players, will give you like a great opportunity to meet them, and engage them into, or even inspire them in the future to pursue this goal as well. Don't you think on that way as well?
Maybe, but that's the thing. I don't know if I could even give that to people. Like for
Because
me,
you're
like you
really
have
holding
to
like a
engage into me, you know?
yeah, you're really holding like
Uh,
a good reputation, So you're not beginning like from scratch, like who is GML or whatever, People really knows you.
I don't know. I don't think so. Only like the people that play a lot.
But do you know what I mean when I say like about creating content for people to watch, like other guys. Like
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not sure if you saw like Sun Riddell like streaming, um, but he actually used it to keep farming fame. When people go watch and hanging out. I don't know. I don't want to push you into this if you don't want to.
nah. I mean, I like. I'm sure Sam makes it fun. I've watched some of his streams in the past, but I know that fame farming, I don't know, people, it's just such a small community, you know? You're not gonna touch too many.
Interesting. So yeah, for people willing to see GML stream, F. So yeah, let me see.
I
Because
think I would
yes,
never willingly
because
do it, but I would always
I
if you
want
wanted,
to
if we're
talk
talking the
about.
VC, oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Sorry for interrupting you.
Nah. I was just saying like I would gladly stream like in a VC that I'm playing if like a buddy wants to see, but I would, it never crossed my mind to like go in Twitch, no.
Because I don't think you have. Actually, I think you do have. But when I was playing like rotmg back in the days, I only knew like Discord community, you know, and then I realized there is another big community which is Twitch. So Twitch really hold like which is part of the game as well, and they didn't have this close contact that we had, you know. Example in Discords in between, because the Discord is like an environment. Twitch is another.
Yeah.
Uh, Reddit is another. You know, rotmg
Yeah.
Discord is another one. You know, I'm pretty sure you think about this way as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a community. Like, for example,
It's like big bubbles, you know.
yeah. Yeah. Like, you could know someone from, you never talk to them VC, like, you maybe don't even notice them in game, but you know them from, like, this, you're in the same, like, Discord, realm Discord.
Yeah, and there are so many like no folks about this. Example, you knew like so many people from Discord servers, you know.
Yeah.
Few of them become like great friends. They did help you so much, and maybe people that still like talking nowadays. Uh, but do you want like to cross this barrier of what is it called, like crossing discords and
To one
actually
of the
going
other levels
further?
or something.
Yes.
Um, I don't know. I never thought of it. Maybe one day down the line, I don't know the future, but I have never thought of it to this day. No.
Uh-huh. And because you actually is one of the representatives of the game, you know, actually you do. Because when Holder like Hankins for high scores, like for number one placings, it actually it means you are representing the game, you know. And the same goes
Uh,
for me, you know. Example, I'm representing the in-game community as well. So this is my duty to push the game and keep invite like new people to be engaged, you know, on the game. Because I want the game to grow, you know. So with more people playing the game, the better will be even for us, you know. Because
yeah,
we can actually meet like new players, maybe future competitors, you know, things
yeah,
like
yeah,
that, which is great. And also we'll be even more like um, engaged in the game, if we try to like promote the game.
yeah. I mean, the game needs that for sure. People, what you're doing, it's like always a massive plus.
And like in your feedback about this, um, have you ever imagined something like maybe putting rotmg in a game show or something like that, as a thing that we actually realize in other games such as like League of Legends or TBO or other games, you know, because they have like some game shows and then promote the game over there.
Like, you just mean like in TV or something?
Yeah, could be on TV or whatever. Not only on YouTube ads, you know.
I guess
Do you think
that's
it's
something that
like
definitely would flip.
do you think that is like um, something very hard to accomplish, or we are going
No,
on the right direction?
I think that
Watching the current state of the community right now.
I think it's early to do something like that for sure. Like,
Hmm.
I think Deca, you can kind of tell they're slowly like creating a better entrance for new players in the game.
Hmm.
This game is very like hard to get into. It's very like not friendly to new players.
Hmm.
So I think with some more like core changes, which I mean I don't know what that would take because I'm not creative like that, but more welcoming to new players, has come a long way. I mean, you can get vault and character slot with fame, from a
Hmm.
new account. Things like that create like instead of like a single character, you can't even get another character without putting money. Like so, I think over time Deca has slowly worked on that. But once there's like a better foundation, then like something like marketing could be invested into with more return. You know,
Hmm.
but I think the way it is now, probably like pushing marketing, it probably wouldn't have as great of a return.
So this is pretty much like we go in the right direction, but we're not ready to
Yeah,
hold this player base, like once that happens. Because it's a thing, I'm pretty sure your early witness is something like this. Um, like when you was playing and someone like what's it called, like a big streamer just hopping on Twitch, and he was streaming Realm, right?
yeah,
And like the community wasn't even prepared like to hold like this amount of players, because most of the time they are there like for the streamer, but like the game itself don't even can handle that much, because
yeah, like an actual
uh
big streamer.
yep, yep, things like that. So example, uh creating, I think it's actually a great idea to put like the seasonal, because this is a way how you can improve your main account, and maybe in the future with missions we can see like even more improvements with less pay to win features to keep pushing the player, further and further to keep playing the game, but I think they are going like on the right direction, which is pretty much creating contents for this, and especially for end game players as well, because we seen like most versatile and more like village, right, and
Yeah,
hard mode shatters and shatters rework and so on. It's very good for them like to keep like a variety of different game difficulties being focused on. So, but there is still like a big gap to keep pushing like new players towards another level. You know, there is still like a big gap, especially for beginners.
yeah. There's a lot of gaps in the early stages of the game.
You know, and for that thing, have you ever planned to change anything about that? Because it's not all about content, creating new content. It's all about uh, what changes could be done in your point of view. You know, to make it like more better for new players. It's all about that.
Um,
Because it's not about you need to create like a new feature like this or what. No, it's pretty much like to keep them playing.
I don't know. There needs to be maybe something because I don't know. It's tough to kind of nerf the permadeath aspect just so they could like not be discouraged so quickly. But like not nerfed in
Mm,
the whole game, like something that is like
I
just
can
only for like
before
beginner
some stars you don't die, something like that.
or like something, so yeah, something
But
to. I feel like that's one of the very um off-putting things in early is like you just keep restarting to nothing.
uh huh. Yeah, because starting over is kind of hard, especially if you don't have like that many vault space or whatever, or
Exactly. So like
you know.
you just keep on going to nothing.
Yeah. This is an interesting topic. I'm gonna have a conversation with people from deck about that as well. because this is very important feeling that I have been
But like
noticed
not fully
for a
nullified
long
because
time.
they do need to they need to learn like what the game is gonna be, but like maybe not like so harshly instant.
Yep,
But I
exactly.
don't know
That
how
definitely a thing that I
smart they
believe.
can figure that out.
Uh, yes, this is a podcast. People are asking, have you played Tibia?
I don't know. No, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it doesn't have exaltation, so there's no point to
Is
play
that
that.
another?
Have you ever
Is that
played like
a
other
feature?
games, like besides rotmg?
Yeah, I used to play like
Which
Destiny
one?
pretty religiously, but um that's my main game before Realm was Destiny.
What kind of game is that? Can you exalt that?
Okay. Uh it's just a shooter looter.
I see. Like FPS, bullet hell as well.
FPS, yeah, FPS. Shoot things, get loot.
Interesting.
Kind of like this, just FPS instead.
Nice. So many like details, about the game. So yeah, people, make sure to throw the questions on the chat because we're almost done with the interview. But before we're done, this is
Yeah.
more tense. Cheaters. Tell your experience. If they bother you, if it's fair, if it's not fair.
No,
What do you think about that?
it's a part of the game, man. I mean, me, I don't know about everyone, but I used to be a shitter. I mean, I'm just
Mhm.
an evolved shitter, just slightly less shitter. Just a part of it, man. I don't know.
Like, this is a good thing that actually I use
There
it
is,
to be as well.
yeah.
I actually went public to talk with people about that. It doesn't make me feel like I'm perfect or whatever, not like that.
Oh, you
But I
said
use it
cheater?
to, yeah.
Ah, I thought you said
So
shitter.
yeah, it's
Oh, okay,
CHEAT.
okay, okay. Wait, let me. Yeah, I thought you said something else. So what was you said? What do I think about him?
Yeah, people that use like
Yeah.
auto nexus, auto aim, auto loot, auto
Ah,
dodge, auto.
no, no, that yeah. Hold on. I was not one. That is crazy.
Account on the
Um,
maintenance.
um, for me, like I could see that it could give advantages, but like I that is something out of my control, you know. I could just control how I play, and that's it. Like I don't know. I try not to let that affect me because it just like it has nothing to do with me.
Uh-huh. So do you
But I
think
could
like that
see
it's
like
like a fair advantage, especially when going to because it going towards your territory,
a
which is pretty
grind.
much like the
Yeah,
fame grind,
yeah.
and this is
For
like
me, it's like
not a
it
fair.
sweetens. It makes it a little more sweet. Like if I were to like pass someone that is like obviously cheating, but like it's I don't know. It's a part of the it's a part of the journey to die, right? So like
Uh-huh.
who would I be if I just didn't die in Summoner and Sork and like all my other deaths? Like
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I think if you take it out, like I probably would have just gotten bored a long time ago.
All right. That is actually very interesting. So
But
do
it
you
don't
actually
bother
witch
me.
hunt then, or you just don't
No,
care?
I don't have the energy to like spend in somebody else like that.
Interesting. Interesting. Oh yeah, talking
It
about that,
just
what do you think about the new Discord server that got created like few weeks ago? The
But
rotmg and shitty.
yeah, I joined it for a second, but I just like I might still be in it. I usually don't leave unless like I don't know. I
It's
just
only
like
for
have a
curiosity, pretty much.
yeah. I usually like I have a folder of like discords I never look in, and like
Hmm.
they're just like um I don't know. I mean, that's always since I started playing. There's always been a community that like witch hunts. It I guess it just creates like this good and dark side of the game, I guess, if you
Hmm.
want to look at it like a story. But
Sure.
I don't really, I don't know. They will always be there. It creates like toxicity. I get it. It's bad to cheat, but like I'm not gonna sit there and like try and catch people.
It's pretty much like, do you think, because the way how did change was like good example from my friends. So over the time, I stopped using them. So
Yeah.
that was the main reason, and it pushed me like to stop. Encourage people, and this is what I do. Like still nowadays to to like convince my friends to stop using them. I don't witch hunt people, but I believe it's possible to stop them using when the when actually we have something like somebody else to give like good example and such things like that. Do you believe in that way as well?
To,
To stop them like using them?
I
Like once you
mean,
give like a good example, because it's very similar to other stuff as well. I know it's very hard to stop using shit. It's very
I
difficult.
guess like it would be solid like training wheels, but like I don't know. I don't know. Some people only have fun in this game when cheating. So like
Hmm.
obviously they risk by getting banned, but like if that's the only way you have fun, then like I guess like have fun. But
It's pretty much like using drugs in real life, something like that. You know.
right, like it's gonna happen anyways, and that's just the way some people do it.
Hmm.
I don't know. For me, like I don't want to, so I don't, and they want to, so they do. But I'm not gonna like spend my energy to like try and go around stopping people.
Hmm. Oh yeah, we got some questions. Do you feel like rotmg does enough to explain the more nuanced mechanics to new players? Question mark. Example: potions less maxing.
No. I mean maybe recent I don't know how recently we got like tooltips. I don't know how good those are. I have that set
Pro
on.
tips. Pro tips.
Not the pro tips, like the little green whatever. I
The
don't know
big
how good
message
they
that we
are,
see like
but
when they enter portals.
yeah, I don't know if those actually are good, but you can see that they kind of have the same realization that there isn't really
Uh-huh.
a direction in place for new players.
Interesting. Interesting.
There should be though, like definitely you need like for me, I was like shown the game from my friends. So like
Uh-huh.
they show me what to do once you get level 20 and things like that. But for someone, I guess if you see it, I don't know, in like Steam or something that you don't know anyone, you actually have no idea what to do. So, and this isn't like Dark Souls or something, like there should be like a direction.
Hmm. I'm going to ask the next question, but to keep up the contest of this new one, there is another one. Let me just find like a specific place. The question, what discords provide fame cults? I think only
Oh,
few, right? Only few.
yeah, Thankfulness are not like super consistent. I mean, I feel like it's ramped up in the last couple of months, but they're pretty scarce. But pub halls Discord or like what is it, Lost Halls? Like the vet section runs it sometimes.
Hmm.
If you know like the Knoll rating Discord, their elite section runs it sometimes. But the you see it less because there has recently been a Discord made that is just called Fame Cults, and like I mean I guess I could plug it if you want, but like I don't really.
Sure, sure.
Um,
If you want
thing is,
to sell to
I mean I don't.
send to people, that's fine. Don't mind.
The thing is, they are a little more like elitist, so like. But you could join if you want and see what I mean for yourself. I think it's just like I think it's discord.gg/famecult, like no S, just famecult.
Let me put
I
the
could be wrong, but that one is mainly where most of them get ran now because it's
I
like
think
the
this
same
one.
people.
Yeah.
So, but they're a little more strict. Like if you have, you'll see what I mean. If you have like less than 100K in your account, you could like only bring a Sork, and it has to be
Yeah,
like
that Discord has 100, but as he said, you join if you meet the day requirements, you know. So if you don't have, get fucked. Just kidding.
oh. But yeah, there's not that many fame cult locations. Like that's pretty much it.
Mhm.
You might find it in like regular rating sections of various discords, but like that's just a random, like rare occurrence.
All right, there's another feedback related to the last question that we did. I feel like
Yeah.
there should be a specific quest for beginners so they can get better adjusted to realm, not just that one quest with the chest. Do you
Um.
think in the same way?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think I seen in Reddit. I don't know how long ago. Someone put like a picture that had like it had what potions come from what, and then it had like the little portals that drop that potion, the little dungeons. And something maybe like missions, right? How we have missions for seasonal. They should just
Hmm.
do like if imagine if a new player like it just says like once you get to level 20 and then like you get like a message like check your missions or something. And then it just explains like the stats or like what dungeons drop the stats or something and then like oh max your dex to like get like this item or so, or
Yes,
like this chest or something. Like they should use missions in the
a
regular
real
thing.
tutorial, pretty much a real tutorial.
So
Not
like I don't know
only a
when you hit
slash
level
tutorial.
20, like yeah, like the game just tells you to like click in the missions tab and then maybe there's like a more in-depth thing and it tells you to go max like your dex first or something. And when you
Yep.
do it, you get like I don't know a little reward or something. You get like a dex candy or something for your next character, or something like that or something.
Hmm.
And like you could just have this set of missions like one time in your account to like teach you the game or something.
Hmm. There's actually an important thing that like game need to worry about, because if you want to see like the next generation of the game like going up, this need to be care, you know. This
Yeah,
definitely need to be care. Ask
I
him
think.
what he thinks about melee having best items in game. That was from the mod.
I mean, it sounds like a melee man. How? I don't know. I
Priest enjoy.
Priest, man. Priest has the best items in the game. Melee's. I mean, wizards. Like, there's so many good items now. Doesn't really matter. It's just if your class is bad or not, I guess. Every class has like really strong items.
I still prefer Saucer. Change my mind. Saucer is the best
Yeah,
class that exists in rotmg. It's so
Priest.
easy to build. Like the beginning, you know, you can actually get very strong like easily.
Yeah, Sork is strong.
That he work was turning Saucer like into another level. And you can build like several equipments on it.
Yeah, Sork is like I have a lot of fun playing Sork. I haven't not played it in very long though. I think almost a year soon.
Yeah. Only good melee item, D-Blade. Uh, I
It's
don't know,
awakened.
Divinity. Divinity. Divinity is actually very powerful. A very unique item. Back in the days, it was like Ancient Stone Sword and Splendor. Exclusion, yeah, Exclusion. I mean, another game change that we see like recently was Shatters. Shatters, the first one was Lost House, second, Oryx 3, and most recently, Shatters. Because Shatters introduced like a rework for equipment, you know. We actually see like new things going on. Example like Gemstone, Cuirass, those items, Mandolin on Bard, because Bard used to use only the concertina. If you guys remember that very well.
Yeah, that was like the best DPS.
Oh yeah, another thing. A few days ago, we were actually we have a project in this channel to farm like 270k, which is a total fame needed for White Star. And people were asking about brainstorming like new ideas for like the best way for farming White Star and such, And one of those were something like, hey, we should do like fame training, as we use it to
Yeah.
be. Do you have like any experience with that, like before, like stories that you heard about it and why people don't do that anymore?
Well, yeah, fame training it's kind of like outdated because when they changed fame, like I don't know how many like old players, but like fame used to be harder to earn. Like enemy gave less XP back then. And in like 2020, the reconstruction, I think it's like November,
Hmm.
they changed it. They basically increased like everything's XP in the whole game to give way more XP, except
Hmm.
Godlands, like gods. That's like the same, which is which like nerf fame train. It was like a fame train nerf. So because before the game you really wouldn't run dungeons. You fame train and maybe like run voids. That was like the whole game.
Hmm.
So I think that was Deca like breathing new life in the game slash nerfing fame trains because fame train is like it was the whole game and it was free. So like if
Yeah.
nobody's buying keys, like they're not getting anything. So it's like a business move, a gameplay move, like a lot of moves.
Hmm.
But that's basically it. They left God XP in the past. Like they increased everything else except like Godlands, you know.
Hmm.
So obviously everything became better. So there's no reason to like do that old strategy. You can still fame train right now, but I also think what they did that I feel like is a nerf to fame trains, even though it didn't need it, is
Hmm.
all those other enemies in Godlands, like the crab and the golden things, and they're like more disruptive if you try and train. They're like a little bit stronger enemies. They bother a little bit more, but
Interesting.
they didn't really like do anything bad to fame trains. They just made everything else better.
Mhm. So no, actually, not worth to do that because we have like other possibilities as well, such as
Yeah.
like, even the realm clear can be better.
Oh yeah.
So actually worth it. Dungeons give more FAMs now. Yes, they do. Definitely they do, and especially can you talk a little bit about the exaltations, how it can be very effective for people willing for fame farming?
Yeah, I think that if you have at least a decent grip on like uh Void, Colt, Nest, Fungal, like you feel like you could do it pretty consistently. I feel like exalting is just a good way to get fame. You don't need to go to fame points. Like you just doing your dungeons, don't really think about fame. Mainly just exalt and don't die. Obviously, like you're gonna die along your journey, but like you try and develop into like more consistently being able to do these dungeons, right?
Hmm.
And I think that's like a better way. Like you kind of distract yourself from your white star by just
Hmm.
exalting. Just try and exalt. Do like I mean, I might be speaking to new players, so it might be like too much to say. But
Hmm.
like Nest and Void and Coal and Fungal are like on the easier side of exalting compared to Shatters O3.
Hmm.
So I feel like you can do those with like less deaths or no deaths, and then you have your 15k, you have your whatever your fame that you wanted. You have much more than 15k if you do those Steamworks, Coal, Void, Nest, Fungal.
Yeah, what do you think about the he worked from Crystal Cavern, like removing Vitality and introducing like Steamworks? Do you like the dungeon right now?
I like it. People don't run it that much outside of events, but I think it's a good dungeon. It's not hard at all, but like I think that not every new dungeon needs to be like super endgame. So I
Hmm.
think it fits in perfectly.
Same goes for Moonlight, right? Because Moonlight become like a dodging focused dungeon, like a full
Yeah, it's
bullet hell.
unique. It's like new.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
unique.
I think that was good as well.
I gave
Like
myself like a chance to learn that. It's very interesting. Uh,
I think it'll
because it's
train
pretty
you
much like a
as well.
more dodging, like not
Yeah,
DPS like. Yeah, it's very
yeah,
unique.
yeah. It's like a new take on like how a dungeon is. Like we usually think shoot boss until it doesn't have HP.
Yeah.
But this is like dodging and then try dodging while staying in the lantern, like so it's
Uh
so
huh.
good.
And this is very difficult. I died like several characters on that dungeon, and it was like my first attempts. So
Yeah.
so pretty
I
much,
think the good thing
yeah.
is there's not really like insta pops. So like as long as you see you're getting low, because it kind of kills you slowly. Like
Uh
you
huh.
could insta pop if you just stand like just eat a lot of stuff, but like it's hard to insta pop there. So unlike Shatters or O3 learning, where like you just start losing characters, you could kind of tell yourself
Uh huh.
like to Nexus early, and like you could have, I think, a better like development because you're not really maxing new characters every time you mess up.
It's clean until you sit on draw. Yes.
Yeah, but the drop is like it's telegraphed, and like I think it's very well made to like not punish you so hard.
Yeah. Uh, Concertina build is actually so good with a new drum now, and the new Dex ring from Interregn. Oh yeah, can you tell your experience about Vindication?
Vindication.
Yes.
I like it, man. I like the meme. I like everything about it.
This is such a kind of interesting.
They should have.
Uh,
I'll do the next voiceover if they want. Someone tell Deca to get me on the next one. Think they should do another voiceover similar, just to like play into the meme.
oh, sorry
But
for instantly live. Actually, I thought my dogs was escaping from home. My bad. My bad.
nah, don't worry.
Holy shit. Oh yeah, talking about like unexpected things. Have you ever experienced like I suppose you were doing like a frame code and whatever, and then just something happens like in your life, and then what was your situation? Well, how you did behave in a situation like that?
Well, I don't know. For me,
What can
I've
you
had
tell me
moments.
a fun thing that happened?
I mean, I've died one time, like thinking, let me go handle this really quick, Like, let me walk back like a room and handle this, and hopefully I don't die, and then I die. Um, so I'll just I'll just Nexus. Like, I no longer, I don't want it as badly to stay in the chain because like dying is like I don't know. You have to weigh out the difference. But yeah,
Yeah.
I've definitely died before. I think let me see if I have a clip. Like a super old clip though, and this is what I mean by like learning from your deaths because I haven't done it in so long. Let me see if I have this clip and I'll send it.
That definitely is a lesson that we will
Yeah,
learn.
I think this death is from 2020. Let me see. Let me see if it's too large to send or maybe not.
I'm not sure if it was GML
Yeah.
who died on an alt tab in old chatters during a class.
Wait,
Did
and
did you
where?
die like in the old chatters?
Probably, but in class, you said?
I Gip is asking about like if you die over the old chat because you did like alt tab.
I can't remember specifically, but maybe. I definitely used to be stubborn with like leaving the dungeon, which like you'll see when you check the clip that I sent you. Like I don't even walk like a room back and I AFK. Like we had Spooky and this is like 2020, so this is like around the first version of Famecult because when O3 came out, people started trying Fame cults with Divinity.
Uh huh.
And we had Spooky, and I don't know why. I guess I trusted the trickster, the group, or something, and I just AFK, and then you'll see the clip. I don't even want to. Old
Okay, everybody,
chatters, I
let's
was
see this.
so.
Let's see this. Screen share. All right.
They
This is
used to do
what
a lot of
happened.
old chatters, so maybe. Yeah, this is bad. Let me. You could see some people's names in this clip.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Uh,
Ah. And they were trying to heal you over the holy shit.
yeah, they tried so hard. It was so. uh,
Damn.
but that's like a that's an example of me just thinking I could like handle the situation and get back in time.
Uh
I
huh.
don't know. This is like a really bad clip because like I should have just like walk. If I walk like one room back, I probably live.
Mm-hmm.
But I decided to AFK like in the exact room that I was.
Oh
But
shit.
yeah, you learned. You learn. Every death is a
That,
learn.
that was a bad death. Big F, buddy. Big F.
That was early on, man. I think they reset after that key, so like it doesn't even. It's never worth it to try and stay.
uh, what a drag. Yeah, it's interesting. Bro, I die in the castle to out tab as well. XD. I died like a couple times doing that. I remember when I rebuilt like my samurai. It was a 4-4 samurai. It was a fresh samurai, like 20 fame, and I was doing shatters to exalt. I did like a quick out tab. When I come back, it was that. What the fuck?
Yeah, that'll teach you to just. I don't know. And some people, when they see AFK, they like to drag in it. I don't know why.
Better lose a chain than lose a character. Exactly.
Real. I
Exactly.
learned that right there that day.
That's a great approach. Great approach, everybody. And I want to finish like with few questions.
Yeah, yeah,
Quick ones, quick ones.
fine.
Uh, GML in one word.
3.
uh, best guild.
The Council of 3. Oh man, this is gonna sound just conceited now.
Player
I can't
that
give it to any guild because I've been in too many, so I'll just say my own.
okay. Player that inspired you.
Ooh, Noel, Sam Ridelli, Japan, Charizard, uh, Orlandius, Doctor Mini, uh, Cutie, Arky, who else? Militant. Uh,
KO.
yeah, we'll go there. That's good.
My favorite is Hey, it's Silver Dollar.
SLVR.
DOR. Actually, good memories. Best class.
Priest.
Best best item slots for that class.
Lumi, Scripture, or wait, Item Slaughter? Wait, what do you mean?
On that
Like
class, on priest.
like each slot or just like
Yeah, each slot.
okay, yeah, Lumi, Scripture, Diplo, Lean, or I guess if you want to say before Lean, like I pick Horn, but that's because I'm Leecher, I guess.
Best skin.
That's Skin. Ooh, I'll just go with the Shrine Priestess.
Best patch skin.
Oof, I'll just go with the little orcs. My own. I'm biased. I'm biased.
um, the best change that you saw like in rotmg.
Exalt.
Best dungeon.
Parasite.
I thought that was so cute. uh, your favorite boss.
Ooh, the Void.
Your favorite item.
Scripture.
And he really loves the priest. Holy shit. Um, your favorite danger to exalt. If you had not full exalt everything.
My favorite dungeon.
No, only one. Only one. A dungeon that exaltation.
Uh,
Do you let's suppose you have this to full exalt and there is only this dungeon. So that you can do like 1000 times and still yeah, that's a
I
very
guess
difficult one.
Colt, man. I guess Colt.
Damn. Uh your best advice for the next generation of rotmg players.
Whew, I guess always learn, it doesn't matter what you grind for top damage fame, just keep learning.
And final words from GML3.
And shout out to everybody. Uh, thanks for having me. And 3.
So yeah, everybody, that was GML3. Thank you, GML, for staying here on this podcast. I really appreciate your presence a lot. You know,
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
uh, he was so kind. You know, to answer me like during this, and without his presence, this podcast would be possible, But thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Anytime you can count us, for anything. And he was such a nice guy, like over the time, like as always. And shout out GML. Thank you for accepting this. I really appreciate that, buddy. And
Appreciate you.
for people that got like mentioned, like Exquisite, Option Z, Top 5M Grinders, No as well, Black Bullet. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for welcoming GML on this journey. And let's move on, everybody. Let's keep up grinding. Fames, Fame quotes a lot. But memes apart, actually, it's a very interesting to see like a different perspective of gameplay, because this is actually my first time to talk with a top player, and understand his mindset. You have like a great champion mindset. It's very interesting to see. Uh, and keep up, buddy. Keep up being like such a nice guy, humble folk. They actually give like good example of people as well in the community, especially on NHM enjoyers, the link round flexers. Okay. So thank you, GML. And everybody, that was the Oryx podcast number 5 with GML.